Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Story Time. I'm Mrs. Smith from Friendship Missionary Baptist Church in Charlotte, North Carolina. Today I would like to read the story, The Doorbell Rang by Pat Hutchins. The doorbell rang. I've made some cookies for tea, said Ma. Good, said Victoria and Sam. We're starving. Share them between yourselves, said Ma. I have plenty. That's 6 each, said Sam and Victoria. They look as good as Grandma's, said Victoria. They smell as good as Grandma's, said Sam. No one makes cookies like Grandma, said Ma. And the doorbell rang. It was Tom and Hannah from next door. Come in, said Ma. You can share the cookies. That's 3 each, said Sam and Victoria. They smell as good as your grandma's, said Tom. And look as good, said Hannah. No one makes cookies like Grandma, said Ma. And the doorbell rang. It was Peter and his little brother. Come in, said Ma. You can share the cookies. That's 2 each, said Victoria and Sam. They look as good as your grandma's, said Peter, and smell as good. Nobody makes cookies like Grandma, said Ma. And the doorbell rang. It was Joy and Simon with their 4 cousins. Come in, said Ma. You can share the cookies. That's 1 each, said Sam and Victoria. They smell as good as Grandma's, said Joy. And look as good, said Simon. No one makes cookies like Grandma, said Ma. And the doorbell rang. And rang? What do you think they should do? Now they're down to 1 cookie each. And every time the doorbell rang, they had to share the cookies. Now I want you to think, I wonder what would you do? Would you go ahead and eat the cookies quickly before opening the door? Would you open the door, hoping that it was a grown-up and that they didn't want any cookies? Would you open the door and there were more kids and you would just break your cookie into pieces so that they can have enough? I wonder what the boys and girls did. Let's read and find out. Oh dear, said Ma and the children, and they stared at the cookies on the plate. Perhaps you'd better eat them before we open the door. We'll wait, said Sam. It was Grandma with an enormous tray of cookies. How nice to have so many friends to share them with, said Grandma. It's a good thing I made a lot. And no one makes cookies like Grandma. And Ma, as the doorbell rang. The end. And this is the story of The Doorbell Rang by Pat Hutchins. Goodbye. See you next time.